right, now we'll kick off the intro.
Welcome to Up on the Bars discussion with your host, Roy Bain.
We're live on a Sunday night on Up on the Bars with Candace Martin from Antioch Speedway. We're here to talk about what we've been working on for about the last 10 days, I think. And I'm going to turn it on to you and let you tell about this event because this is the one you put together.
Yeah, well, in the schedule, I've been looking for the Larry Damintz Memorial race this year, and I've been lobbying for it, and finally got that date on October 29th. Larry Damintz was a late model racer out here, and he raced super stocks as well, hard tops. He raced all the way back in 1954, so he had a long career. In his 80s, he won 7 championships, 5 super stock championships here and 2 at Merced. So he had won a championship at 87 years old, was planning on racing at 88 years old. He passed away. So we started the Larry Damintz Memorial. And up in Oregon, when I was working at Southern Oregon Speedway, I kind of ran my mouth a little bit on Facebook and got Pete Paulson, Wheels by Pete, the guy that does these car shows, to do the big trophy for the super stocks. Mark Garner won both of those the first 2 years. And so I just wanted to get it to happen this year. And then we came together with you and Speed Union TV, and we've made some amazing things happen. There's a lot of money. I just got some more sponsorship money last night. We can talk about all the sponsors we've got for this race, but it's going to be a good paying event, one of the biggest super stock / pro stock races we've ever had at Antioch Speedway.
Yeah. Well, we're going to start it off with, Speed Union put in $1,000. We said we're going to get it started as long as we can stream it, and Chad agreed to the stream in there. So tell us who all else came on board, because it's a long list.
Yeah, well, a couple of days ago, I got Pacific Coast General Engineering to come in there. They do the track preparation out here, and they pretty much volunteer the work there. They're also the title sponsor of our big Jim Pettit Hobby Stock Nationals. They sponsor this racetrack. They're really good, so they put in $1,000. Joe Car Racing came on board also for $500. Jim Freethy Excavating did as well, $500. Vaca Valley Excavating and Trucking, Paul Guglielmani came on with $500 as well. And then Mike Gustafson, the all-time winningest driver in the Superstock history out here, he came in for $300. So we got some really good sponsors. And then you had, was it Rick Workman came in?
Yep, Rick Workman of Workman's Communications. He's came in and put $1,000 in.
Yes.
And that's going to go up if we get up to 20 cars.
Okay.
Rick has put his money where his mouth is, said we get 20 cars, we're going to up in the back end of the purse.
Yeah.
Well, right now, I am going to show right here what our purse is that we've got.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do 1,000 to win, 900 for second, 800 for third, 600 for fourth, 500 for fifth, 300 for sixth, and then it's 200 to start all the way to 15.
Yes.
Once we go over 15, we get a bump in pay from the racetrack. We get a bump in pay on sponsorship. So this could turn into a whole lot more, but this is what we got the purse put together for now.
Yes.
Now I'm going to show Larry Adams put together. Here's the trophy for the winner of the Larry Damintz Memorial.
Yeah.
It's a unique trophy. Mm-hmm. It's like a WWE wrestler's belt and all that stuff. So there is some cool stuff. I know Fred Rylands came on board and giving away a little something as well.
Yes, he's got 5 $25 certificates at Ryland Racing that he's come on board with, and we'll be doing that as well. So, yes, Fred Ryland.
So here's the date of it. This is the Larry Damintz Memorial, October 29th at Antioch Speedway. This is open to super stocks, pro stocks. It's 1,000 to win and 200 to start. We are working to make it 300 to start if we can get that done. We don't lack a lot making it to that. So if anybody wants to kick in on the back end of the purse, every little bit helps.
Absolutely.
I want all of our guys to come out and support this because, as you said earlier, Larry Damintz was a racer's racer. I mean, he raced up till, 85 years old?
87, yes.
87. And he was known as the Sundrop Kid.
He liked the Sundrop drink, the Sundrop Cola. He had that logo on his car. So
And if you've ever seen the car that Kimo Areta drives, that was Larry Damintz's car.
Yeah.
And they pretty much keep it identical to the way Larry raced it for the last time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. In fact, we're hearing that Kimo will be ready to go racing. We're getting him an engine. It sounds like we're going to get him for that night.
So, but yeah, we want to get on here and talk. You'll see us on and off here for the next 2 weeks. You've got 2 weeks to get your car ready. I know there's some people planning on making the taxi cab race. I know some cars are coming out this weekend to test and tune and get prepped for it. We're trying to finish up this year with on a high note for the Pro Stocks. The Tri-State Pro Stock season's ended. That ended at Bakersfield Bud Nationals. Frank Nyback was our season champion there. But we're trying to definitely bring out some cars. Is there anything in particular that's going on at Antioch with that, too, that you want to talk about? Because I know there is.
Well, I wanted to put out a little shout-out to Mike Bauer of Nighthawk Defense Group. I hope I got that right, Mike, because I had put the money out of my pocket for that belt because I said we got to get it. We had a deadline to get it ordered and everything, and I was kind of nervous because I didn't really have the money to do it. And Mike actually came and saw me the next day and said, it's covered. Don't worry about it. Mike Bauer actually took care of that belt. So I wanted to say that. That night, we got the wingless spec sprints are going to be on the schedule. There's a figure eight at the end of the night. We just had one here last night I could tell you about. It was wild. But and then there could be another thing added there, but that's our program. The Super Stocks are pretty much going to be the featured show that night.
Well, I saw a little bit of the figure eight last night. I haven't seen one in person. That was kind of cool to see. The guy that finished second or wrecked out on the last lap, that guy brought a lot of excitement. I don't know what his name was, but there was a lot of excitement out of him.
Yeah, Dennis Kelson. He led most of the way, and they had really fast race car. And he went to lap Angela Brown going into turns 1 and 2, and she kind of got into the right side there, and he got a flat tire, so he decided he wasn't stopping at that point, and he had a couple of bigger tires out there, but he was giving it everything he had. And of course, the one who finished second, Johnny Kelson, he's like the all-time winningest figure eight driver at Watsonville, over 100 mini events there and here as well. He's just a legend, and the car wasn't running worth a darn, and he still got second out of it, but he did a heck of a job in there. But
I'm hoping Jim Robbins brings his the super stock out there that he's got, because he always does really well with that. He's fun to hang out and BS with. And
Jim is a great guy, and he took that super stock. I don't know if people saw our little broadcast that we did for our practice. He took the super stock, and nobody knew he was going to do this, and he ran the figure eight in the X. There was no X that was prepared. He kicked up a lot of dust. And Chadwick, our promoter, said, okay, fine. You want to figure eight? You give me 15, not 14, not 13, 15 cars, and I'll give you $1,000 to win. And we had our 15th car last night. It was Charlie Bryant, $1,000 to win. So when Dan Gunnerman won that race, he got $1,000. Jim Robbins pretty much willed this whole thing to happen. He instigated. He made phone calls. He did everything he could. And unfortunately, he got hit in the X by Trevor Klimans, and he's got some damage on his figure eight car. But the super stock should be ready. So,
well, Brent Lawrence, looking forward to it. Marysville this weekend, Antioch the next, if my car's in one piece. So,
right on.
Well, and I know Scott Flowers, last I heard, they had a death in the family, couldn't make Bakersfield. They sent the cars ready, so they may be making the trip. I put it out with Hudson. Hopefully he'll make it down. I felt so bad for Hudson at the Bud Nationals, led every lap Saturday night and broke going into turn 3 on the last lap. It was heartbreaking. That was it was one of those, and then Ryan Smith ended up picking up the win that night. So those two we did a little interview with them before the race. They were excited to race against each other, and they put on a heck of a show. So
yeah. And I know Flowers. I remember watching Flowers at Southern Oregon Speedway. Good racer. The family all raced together, and we loved watching Scott and James and just the family race out there. So we'd love to see Scott come here.
Yeah, he's made it down for one of them. I think they had a good time at Antioch. So, but no, we just wanted to get out here and get the word out and talk about it. You'll see us talking a lot about it this week and next week because Speed Union is going to be streaming the race that night. This is our first time putting on a show down at Antioch. You and I are going to get to announce quite a bit of the night. I don't know if we're going to be on the stream or on the loudspeakers or how we're going to do it, but we will be up calling the action.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
I don't know how I feel about that figure eight, because I don't know what I'm watching even, other than it's just excitement. That's all I can say.
You'll be at the edge of your seat or standing up. It is something to see. And our crowd, the crowd we had out here was just going nuts after Jimmy Robbins got hit in the X, and they were just into it. It was a lot of fun. Great entertainment.
Yep. So I always want to encourage you to tune into Speed Union, but come to Antioch Speedway and watch this in person. We haven't seen the figure eights because everybody kind of pushed them to the wayside, and it looks like y'all brought one back last night in a really big way. And it brought a lot of fans to the stands, from what I'm understanding, too.
Yes, it had a good increase. We had probably about 150 or so fans over our usual average, and people were just excited about it. We put a lot of publicity out there, and it hit. It was a big hit.
So, Brent Lawrence, that payout you guys are putting together is awesome. Not everyone wins. Thank you, everyone. Brent is one that understands all that stuff and is always very appreciative. And that's what we try to do with what we're doing with the Pro Stocks is, yes, everybody wants a big win at the top, but that guy that finishes 15th or gal that finishes 15th, it's nice that they get their fuel home or maybe a room for the night or something like that when they tow in out of town. So that's kind of what we try to do.
I wanted that number, as a co-founder of the Wingless Spec Sprint division back in '99, when me and Don O'Keefe did that for John Soares, we were pushing for good start money because we knew only one person could win, and then automatically we started getting big car counts, and we had B mains the next year. So that we believe very strongly, and I believe very strongly in good start money whenever possible. So
Well, and you jumped on the phone immediately once we got the ball rolling and got a bunch into it, and we got that top end of the purse. You're only dropping $100 for the most part. There's a little bit of disparity down as you drop a little bit, but we're trying to pay all the way up. We could adjust it more and do on some more on the back end, but we're working on bringing in some more sponsorship on the back end to where we don't have to do that. It's nice for a pro stock or a super stock to come over there and win fifth and walk away with $400. That's first place normally.
Yeah. No, it's going to be good money. I mean, there's going to be a lot of winners out there. And then we also have, like I said, that belt championship. But I've also made sure that my DCR Racing Media will give trophies for second through fifth. So even the second through fifth is going to get a trophy in addition to the money out of that too. So.
And all the drivers that are coming, bring a couple of bags of candy too, because we're not even done with the racing part of it. We're going to have trick-or-treating in the pits for all the drivers. So make sure you bring candy for the kids too.
So, absolutely. It's going to be a fun night. So looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yep. And we couldn't be doing all this stuff without people like Rick Workman, Paul Guglielmani, Jim Freethy, Mike Gustafson. I guess that's how you pronounce it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see, who else? Sammy Baugh. I don't remember what the name of his company is.
Pacific Coast General Engineering, yes.
Myself and Jay with Speed Union TV. We're all like that. Yep. So
Baker Race Cars.
Yep, Fred Baker, BMR Race Cars. Forgot about him already because we didn't talk to him this week. He's on vacation, but yeah, Fred Baker to come on board, going to do something with this.
I got to talk to him tomorrow too. So yeah, Fred's a great guy. Love him.
Yep.
Support here.
And you see quite a few of his cars when we all get together too. So he's.
Oh yeah.
But
fast race car.
So, what are you? You told us you're off to go mariachi dancing tonight, right?
Yeah, I was just getting dressed. I didn't know if we were going out live or not. I've been kind of sitting around here, and the music's just been loud the whole day. I got a couple hours left of possible dancing here, and so I got dressed, and I'm thinking about going out and dancing a little bit right next door.
All right, well, everybody, make sure you hit the share button down on the bottom of this. Let's get the word out. Let's start letting all the people that have these cars to come up, and let's have a blowout at Antioch. No points, just good racing, good friends, and then have some food in the pits afterwards.
Absolutely. Antioch Speedway by Promotions is the Facebook page, and AntiochSpeedway.com. And also Antioch Speedway Weekly. Larry Adams produces the show that me and Mike Bauer host on Wednesdays at 7 o'clock-ish. And we talk about Antioch Speedway. We'll be talking a lot about this race too, so you might want to check that out.
Yeah, and speeduniontv.com. If you want to buy the race early, it would be on there. You can purchase it as a one race. You can purchase a month pass and go watch the nearly 60-plus events that we've covered all year. We are off to Stockton 99 Speedway to cover their last points race at the asphalt track at Stockton this next weekend. So, so we haven't let up yet. I thought it was going to end, but it didn't slow it down at all.
You know, Speed Union is top notch. I've seen a few different services. You guys, what you do is amazing. And I had a lot of fun when we were there the 4th of July weekend at the Stockton tracks where you and I were calling. Could not believe how big that crowd was at 99 Speedway. That was phenomenal. Tony's doing a great job out there.
If you ever want to see a fireworks show, you got to see Stockton 99 on the 4th of July.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I think that was 30 straight minutes of nothing. It was going off for 30 straight minutes. It was
incredible. It was incredible. Great show.
Yep. So, well, we're going to end it right here, and we'll see you again this week as we're popping on here. So, and guys, for Candace.
Thank you very much.